Hi, and welcome to my channel, Sky Scout VR. I'm Martin Muñoz, and I'll be the pilot flying today. What I love about the simulator and the combination that I fly in is I get to see any place in the world I so desire. The beautiful sceneries, I just travel around. I'm not subject to strict protocols for the zones, airport protocols and things like that. So I can fly very close to landmarks, fly around them, just see the world just from this spot over here. What's good about it also, it's especially if you're thinking of scouting for locations, is we can use this system, combine the flight simulator together with the Google Earth Pro. So the flight simulator is what will do the flying to the place, which is equally fun and enjoyable. And through Google Earth Pro, you'll get to see the real images of the locations as they are. So before spending money, traveling to a different location or from location to location, we can scout from the air and then decide which places are worth actually visiting. For those asking about the setup, it's a very simple setup. So I've got the Oculus, so you'll need a VR headset. There are many brands out there, and so I'm not doing free advertising for anyone. Then I've got the yoke, I've got my throttles, and I've got my rudder pedals here. That's what's needed basically to fly. I have got the joystick, but this is what I use to fly the Google Earth Pro on, because these ones don't control Google Earth. So it's very simple. To fly on Google Earth, use the joystick, and to fly the plane, we use this setup here. I must make it clear, this is not flying school. I'm not teaching anyone how to fly, though I am flying, but it's more about visuals, just enjoying the scenes and seeing what our world looks like from above. Every week we'll be going from one landmark to another, so let's fly together and enjoy the world. Come see the world with me.
So here we are in Tangier at Ibn Battuta International, the ICAO code GMTT, or you would say Golf Mike Tango Tango, and headed to Gibraltar, LXGB, or Lima X-ray Golf Bravo. We are rolling now. Airspeed is active. 80 knots. We are to rotate, and up we go. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Lovely. Yeah. So as we climb out, this is a short flight I'm repeating. I had done the first one, and it had some glitches, the first flight that I had posted. Okay, that's radio. Okay, so the first one had some challenges, but yeah, here we are again repeating it with newer software, better visuals, and I managed to address the pop-ups and all the disturbances that were coming on screen. So here we are banking right to fly over Tangier, and let's see what we'll see below. So there. Okay, so we're back over land. So as we climb out, if you look below to the Barrage Mghayer, a local reservoir and small dam, serving the surrounding hamlets and irrigation needs. It's a common waypoint on departures from Ibn Battuta. A little further along, you'll see Achakkar Beach, a long scenic stretch of sand where the Atlantic meets the Mediterranean, a popular place for sunsets and coastal walks, tourism kind of thing. But they say it can also have very strong currents, so swimmers should be cautious when they go out. You'll also spot Mediouna, a built-up approaches towards Ceuta on the Moroccan coast. Now crossing the Strait of Gibraltar, the famous meeting point of two seas. Notice the color. You know, in real life, you'll notice the color and the current contrast where the Atlantic waters mix with the Mediterranean. And also, of course, the dense ships below. All sorts of ships, tankers, freighters, ferries, just constantly on the move. It's a very interesting visual down there. So approaching Spain, we've got the wind farms on the ridges near Tarifa. You can see, if you look close, you can see the turbines. You can see the windmills moving. Yeah. It's very similar to what we have on Ngong Hills in Kenya and then Turkana, Lake Turkana wind power. And now below us is the port of Algeciras, the industrial waterfront near Patio del Corral, one of Europe's busiest ports and major transshipment and ferry hubs across the strait. So as we bank right to keep the rock on the pilot side at 2,000 feet above sea level, you can clearly see Queen Alexandra Dock and the historic shoreline features. Rosia Bay is there tucked beneath the western cliffs and is Gibraltar's oldest natural harbour and was the Royal Navy's victualling and anchorage area in the age of sail. If you look up the cliffs to the Napier of Magdala Battery, home to one of the surviving Armstrong 100-ton guns, a Victorian super gun installed to defend the bay. Then you can see the victualling yard, warehouses, the Old Devil stores line, historically used to provision ships with food and water during the 19th century. Nearby, you'll also spot there on top of the hill. You see that square thing? That's the Lathbury Sports Complex. So the Lathbury Sports Centre is Gibraltar's new state-of-the-art multi-sport complex known for its Olympic standard facilities, including a 50-meter swimming pool, 8-lane international athletics track, and its role as a national training hub for hosting major events such as the Island Games and inclusive sports programs. Yeah, so as we pass Sandy Bay, you'll note the steep limestone cliffs. They say the rock is a Jurassic limestone with karst caves like St. Michael's. So what are the lime? So what's our karst features? And this is karst, K-A-R-S-T. The limestone has eroded over time to form caves and tunnels, most famously the St. Michael's cave. The rock was uplifted during the collision of the African and Eurasian tectonic plates, creating the dramatic ridge that dominates the strait. If you can see some tall towers there ahead, that's the Hassan Centenary Terraces, which are famous for being Gibraltar's tallest residential towers, a 665 home affordable housing project and a modern sustainable development that reshaped the east side skyline. It's a striking landmark for pilots and visitors alike, symbolizing Gibraltar's blend of heritage and modernity. Now, as we overfly the runway, you can see Victoria Stadium and the Ocean Villages Marina Club below. The Victoria Stadium is immediately north of Gibraltar International Airport runway, along with Winston Churchill Avenue. It's the main sports venue in Gibraltar, hosting football matches, athletics, and community events with a capacity of 5,000 spectators. While the Marina Club is a luxury waterfront development in Gibraltar's Ocean Village, positioned right beside the runway, It combines modern apartments, marina views, pools, and leisure facilities, making it both a residential hub and a striking landmark for visitors arriving by sea or air. So, as we approach the port where I'm going to turn and do my finals into Gibraltar Airport, you can see how massive this operation is, and it's one of Europe's busiest transshipment hubs, handling over 100 million tons of cargo annually. While Mombasa is East Africa's largest gateway port, serving the hinterland and multiple landlocked countries, with a capacity of 2.3 to 3.1 million TEUs. And this port here in Spain handles roughly 5.1 million TEUs. So what is a TEU? Well, a TEU is the standard measure used in shipping and containerized cargo. So basically, a TEU represents the capacity of a 20-foot long shipping container. So if it's a 40-foot container, it equals 2 TEUs or other sizes. But the TEU provides a common baseline for comparing ports and ship capacity. So Port of Mombasa, remember, is 2.3 to 3.1 million TEUs annually, while the Port of Spain is roughly 5.1 million TEUs and above. This is from Wikipedia 2020. Okay, so we make our turn. And that's the airport. You can see the runway. Okay, there. We're now final and stable. The weather is good today. Yeah, so why I repeated this recording is because the first one I did had several pop-ups and a lot of noise on screen. It took me a while to figure out how to kill all those distractions. Plus, yeah, last time we also flew into bad weather as we took off from Ibn Battuta. Gear is down, flaps full, landing checks complete. Yeah, I have some issues with my radars. I need a new set of radar pedals. Of late, they've been misbehaving and pulling to one side no matter what I do and how I try and correct. Yeah, but anyway, there we are. We are safely on the ground in Gibraltar. Yep. So that's it. We are safely. So that's it. We are safely on the ground in Gibraltar. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Remember to like and follow and share with your groups where you believe people will enjoy these videos and learn some geography, history as we explore the world together. Yep, let's see our next flight, where our next flight takes us. I've got many interesting flights and views all over the world, but I think the next one will be here in East Africa. Let me keep it as a surprise.
So, safely on the ground. That was a beautiful flight. I hope you loved it as much as I did. And thank you for flying with me, first of all, and for trusting me in the air not to crash. Please send me your comments, your feedback, and also where you'd like me to fly you to next on the next show. Don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button, and let's enjoy the world one flight at a time.